everyone, welcome back. Friends, today we are going to see something about a very different idea with regards to ecosystem and biodiversity. So till date we have seen something about and tried to understand something about the idea of ecosystem. Also, we have seen something of understanding how diversity or how diversity works, what diversity means, what are the levels of diversities by looking forward for some of the concepts like genetic diversity, species diversity and community diversity. Today, let's try and understand the idea and concept about value of biodiversity. Now we all know that individual, that means a diversity or a biodiversity is made up of many components, and these components are individual components what we have seen in our last lecture. What we also called them as the genes, species and ecosystems or community in short form. Also, we have seen that these species, genes and community have their own variation. That means they have their own typicality and hence they have their own value. So like I mentioned in the last lecture also, if you want to survive or you want to sustain in an environment, it is very necessary that you should vary. That means diversification is more important. So you should get adapted to that particular environment, that particular area or region so that you can survive. And this survival explains you with the help of diversity value. That means what are the values with regards to that of from the point of view of economy. We will talk purely something with regards to economy today rather than talking something about the gene species. Today our focus will be more on the economy sense of value. Now, when we talk something about the value of biodiversity, you can always keep in mind by looking forward at this very concept that the value of biodiversity is being divided basically in two major forms. Now, these two major forms are called as use value and non-use value. Let's try and understand these very concepts because it is much complicated process when understanding the use value of diversities or non-use value of diversity because they have their own divergent form. So हर एक की काफ़ी ज़्यादा डाइवर्जेंस है या फिर हर एक की काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस है जिसकी वजह से हमें कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो सकती है बट लेट्स ट्राई एंड मेक इट वेरी सिंपल. Let's understand first what do you mean by or what are the typical distributions of use value and non-use value. So use value का distribution होता है in direct form, indirect form and optional value. Okay? So use value को कैसे हम divide करेंगे? Direct form में, indirect form में और option value form में divide करेंगे. On another hand, non-use value को हम divide कैसे करेंगे? दो parts में जिसे हम कहते हैं bequest value और एग्जिस्टेंस वैल्यू. तो आपको सबसे पहले तो ये काफी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंटली याद रखना है कि डायरेक्ट यूज वैल्यू 3 फॉर्म होते हैं और नॉन यूज वैल्यू के 2 फॉर्म होते हैं मेजर. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट वैल्यू दैट इज कॉल्ड एज यूज वैल्यू इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ डायरेक्ट वैल्यू. नाउ वी नो दैट डायरेक्ट वैल्यू इटसेल्फ मीनिंग समझ में आ जाता है दैट इट इज समथिंग विच you enjoy or you satisfy when you get directly from the resource, okay, which you obtain from the biological resource. So when you obtain something directly from the ecosystem, the thing which you get from the ecosystem directly, environment directly, and which help you to satisfy your need or make you a part of enjoyment system, of course it will be called as a direct value. डायरेक्ट क्यों कहा जाता है? रीजन बहुत सिंपल है बिकॉज हम उसे किस तरीके से कंज्यूम करते हैं तो हम उसे डायरेक्टली कंज्यूम करते हैं. हम कैसे करते हैं? डायरेक्टली जो भी आता है हमें प्रोडक्ट मिलता है, हमें प्रोडक्ट एनवायरनमेंट से या इकोसिस्टम से, हम इकोनॉमिक पॉइंट से बात कर रहे हैं, ये हम डायरेक्टली यूज करेंगे. ओके, सो इसके ऊपर क्या होने वाला है? प्राइस. ये इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट है, आपको ये याद रखना है दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस समथिंग विथ रिगार्ड्स टू द प्राइस ऑफ दैट वैल्यू. सो henceforth डायरेक्ट वैल्यू का मतलब होता है यू आर गोइंग टू टेक समथिंग डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम द एनवायरनमेंट और इकोसिस्टम. नाउ लेट्स मूव फर्दर by understanding direct value because it is further divided into two major forms. First is called as consumative form, or it will be also called as non-market value form, and the second will be a productive use form, or which will be also called as commercial value form. Okay, so let's try and understand something about the consumative value form. Now you can see from the picture itself, and we'll make it very clear that consumative value means products which are obtained from the nature and consumed directly. Okay, so nature is providing you the products and you are using it directly rather than transporting it to market and then converting it. For example, the firewood, okay, or example fodder. जो फॉडर या फिर ग्रास या फिर फायरवुड मिलता है या फिर मीट मिलता है, ये ऑलरेडी इज प्रेजेंट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ natural ecosystem in a form of a species, and what we do, we directly consume them from the nature as it is rather than converting it into a very different form or very other form, and hence it is called as a consumative value. This consumative value can be seen more closer in the rural areas. So compared to that of the regional areas or city areas, you can find that they are very commonly used ways. That means consumative value is commonly used in the rural areas. For example, you can also find the same thing in the areas of tribal regions where the people directly collect the food products and they consume it, rather than purchasing from some other kind of market or then trying to sell out to market and convert them into a money form. But what they do, they directly get the product from the forest, or maybe from the croplands, or maybe from the areas of that fruit and fruitation, and they consume it directly. For example, the tribal regions people collect the fruits like berries or herbs or maybe mushrooms or maybe flesh of animal also from the forest area, and then they consume it rather than trying to sell it out for the money purpose, and that is called as a consumative value. On another hand, the productive value, that means a second form of the direct value. Okay, so we have seen that use value has three forms: direct, indirect and option. Now we are looking forward for direct value. So direct value has two forms. One is consumative, which we have seen right now, and the second one is productive. And productive of course is complete opposite to that of consumative. Productive का मतलब ये होता है that you are harvesting something for the exchange of money. That means you are trying to produce something so that you can gain money from it, and that is called as a productive value. For example, you can see over here a sheep. So wool of a sheep, that means a sheep are basically reared, or farming of sheep is done for the production of wool. So silk farming is one such example, or maybe elephant tooth is one such example. So whatever the products we get from the nature, but what we do not consume it directly, rather we sell in the market because it is a raw product, and then this raw product is then converted into a usable form of a product, and this usable form of a product is converted into another form. For example, we usually do the farming of a sheep for the wool, but we do not use the wool directly. Rather, we convert it into a form of a sweater or jackets, so that it will be variable form. Similarly goes with the silk. Similarly goes with the elephant tooth. So elephant tooth of course will be used indirectly in form of that it will be formed as a decorative material. So that is called as something important with regards to the productive value. That means you get more amount of money. इनकम सोर्स आपका बढ़ जाता है जब आप प्रोडक्टिव वैल्यू के बारे में सोचना शुरू कर देते हो. दैट मीन्स आप ऐसी चीजें प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो या फिर ऐसी चीजों का फार्मिंग कर रहे हो जिसकी वजह से आपको बाद में काफी ज्यादा अमाउंट में एक मार्केट वैल्यू मिलेगा, पैसा मिलेगा. Let's talk about the second use value, and that is called as an indirect value. So indirect value of course has again two major aspects. The first major aspect is something related to non-consumative, and the second one is related to option value. But let's try and understand what do you mean by an indirect value. So indirect value means that every living organism will depend on another living organism, like we had seen in the very earlier lectures also when we are talking something about the basic idea of ecosystem. और हमने देखा था that for your survival you have to depend on abiotic component also and biotic component also. That means indirect value. So you have a value or the other organisms will have a value, but it will be indirect related. आप directly relate नहीं करोगे. So if you want silk, you have to do silkworm farming. That will be something related to direct value. But unknowingly you are dependent on another organism for your health, for your living, for your survival, and you do not know it. Or maybe the other living organism is dependent on you as an organism for the survival, but they also don't know it and you also don't know. That will be called as an indirect value. So like I said, indirect value is basically in two major forms. The first one is non-consummation value and the second one is optional value. Now as I said, this is going to be tricky time by time. So non-consummation value is basically again divided into three major forms, that is social value, ethical value and aesthetic value. Let's try and understand by making these concepts very easy by example form. Okay. First we will try to understand the non-consummation value of indirect form. So we are talking today right now about indirect value. Now indirect value में पहला फॉर्म है that is non-consummation form, और non-consummation का मतलब क्या होता है, that they are functioning in the natural system. They may be something related to scientific system also. They may be something related to the product formation or the individual idea formation on the basis for the development, but इसका इनकम नेशन में ऐड नहीं किया जाता. तो फिर कैसे किया जाता है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप वाटरशेड प्रोजेक्ट बनाते हो, ओके, वाटर कंजर्वेशन के लिए वाटरशेड प्रोजेक्ट किया जाता है. सो ये पीपल के कंजम्पशन के लिए होता है, बट इसका कंजम्पशन कैसे होता है? ऑल ओवर द ऑर्गेनिज्म बट विदाउट एनी प्रॉफिट. ओके, सो इसका डायरेक्टली वैल्यू ऐड नहीं होता है कंट्री के इकोनॉमी में, henceforth it is called as an indirect value. सो ये डेवलपमेंट में मदद करेगा पर इकोनॉमी ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ाएगा. इसका सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फोटोसिंथेसिस. सो फोटोसिंथेसिस एज वी नो इज वन ऑफ द मेजर प्रोसेस विच टेक्स प्लेस डे इन डे आउट 24/7. ओके, with season changes the photosynthesis process may also change. There may be a variation, but of course it is one of the important process as we have seen earlier also. But it is not directly getting involved in the economy of the country, but it is helping to develop the country. Because अगर vegetation नहीं होता, fruitation नहीं होता, तो हम import export नहीं कर पाते. So आपने देखा it is not directly involved, but it is indirectly helping the country to develop, and henceforth it is called as an indirect value. Similarly goes with the regulation of the climate, maybe the change in the climate, because it is indirectly related for your development also. Like we have seen these seasons. If you see these seasons, you can find that now the rainfall should have stopped, but actually the continuous rainfall is creating a problem in the crop plantation, and of course this is causing an effect on the economy of the country. That is an indirect pattern. The second indirect form is called as a social value. So we people know that India is a very social country. Okay, we have a very special importance when we talk something about the region, religion, custom, culture, ethics, spirituality. So we have our own social values. We have our own very typical values. On these typical values, when you use the organism, that will be called as a social value, indirect value of social value. Okay, let's try and understand in a simple form. Example, we consider many plants to be auspicious from the point of view of spirituality and religion. Okay, for example, let's go with the herb like tulsi. So tulsi even though it is a herb, it is a medicinal plant, yet it is also having a very spiritual and religious background. So we consider it as one of the faith giving plant. So that is called as a social value. Similarly, some kind of animals, for example, according to of course religion, we talk something these things about variation in religion. So according to some religion, some consider cow as auspicious. Some on an other hand consider, according to of course regions also, this changes in regions part also, where you find that typical organism or that typical living part, animal, etc. Some consider cat to be unauspicious. So one can understand very clearly that social values are very important, and these social values of course have a indirect impact on the use value. That means they do not directly include in the economy of the country but help in development of the economy of the country. For example, when tulsi is having a religious and spiritual part, of course we try to make tea bags from it. For example, that of herb teas or green teas. Of course that will give you economy, but it is not direct form, so it is an indirect form. Okay. The next one is called as an ethical value. So when we are talking something about an ethical value, we are talking about something more advanced form. Okay, we are talking something about protecting the living organism. We are talking something about conserving or saving the organism from the illegal activities, and that is called as an ethical values. That means we are trying to make some kind of rules, we are trying to make some kind of arrangements, some norms, some kind of bonds, so that the environment, biological environment or verified environment which is present in a rare form, which is in diversified form, can be saved. Because if these biological diversity is not saved, of course our ethics and culture and economy will get destroyed, and henceforth ethical value has to be saved. That means you have to save your plants, you have to save animals from the illegal activities whatever is going on, and that is called as an ethical argument. So when ethical argument is being talked about by the human society, it is basically being talked on a widespread area. That means we are not talking about a single organism, we are talking about the community of that organism. First part. Second important part, we are talking about the very internal values. That means where the humans will get effect. That is more important. And on this part, the ethics value are being discussed. Let's talk about and move for the further part, that is called as an aesthetic value. So when we are talking something about the aesthetic value is something related to the beauty and appreciation of the nature. That means we are trying to enjoy the wildlife, we are trying to enjoy the nature, we are trying to enjoy the diversity on the basis of economy with development for the country. So when these diversities are being lost, the complete creativity of the person can also be found to be lost, and henceforth if you don't want to limit up yourself to this particular area or this particular region of development, from the development you have to look forward that aesthetic value. That means you have to appreciate the nature, you have to appreciate the wildlife, you have to appreciate the plant, even the microorganisms should be appreciated, so that aesthetic values can be maintained. The next part what we have in indirect value, that is the second part, is called as an optional value. Now optional values means you are trying to give out or you are trying to create an option. So word itself defines and describes what the exact meaning should be. So we have options. So we, for example, you go for, maybe you are having 2 or 3 dishes in front of you, so you go for a particular option with the dish. Similarly goes with the ecosystem also. What we humans do, we find out an option in the species. And how do we find the option within the species or within the environment? By choosing which species will be potential. That means कौन से species में ज़्यादा benefit मिलने के chances है, उसे हम कहेंगे optional value. So जिससे human society ज़्यादा develop या फिर ज़्यादा help मिल सकेगी human society को economically, फाइनेंशियली उसे हम कहेंगे optional value. So we human basically create these optional value on the basis of the species, and these species are then reared and developed. For example, you can find that we develop certain kind of plants or certain kind of species of plants or certain kind of medicinal plants because the optional value, that means the value जिससे इकोनॉमी ज्यादा मिल सकेगी, हम उसे वैल्यू कहेंगे, और इसकी वैल्यू काफी ज्यादा होगी, इसीलिए हम इसे डेवलप करेंगे, जिससे ऑप्शन में रखा जाता है. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू कैन फाइंड दैट वी डेवलप, let's go with an herb example of tulsi. So we have a different kind of variety or different kinds of that form of species when we talk something about a plant of basal forms. Okay, so that is tulsi form. But now you can find that we have developed this plant according to the option. So जितना हमें प्रॉफिट मिलेगा उतना ही हम उसे डेवलप करेंगे, इसीलिए उसे ऑप्शनल वैल्यू कहा जाता है. Let's make a quick revision something about the non-use value. So non-use value, of course, it clearly mentions that is opposite to that of use value. That means values which do not directly or indirectly influence the human. Okay, so you do not have a direct influence. That means nature हमारे साथ nature हमें directly influence नहीं करता है. Environment का ज़्यादा influence इस पे नहीं होता है. That will be called as a non-use value. But of course it is important. Reason is because we are associated with it. That means human is being associated with the nature. And that takes us to one of the important part, that is called as existence value. Now, existence value means if you have a benefit, okay, a benefit is being obtained simply by knowing that particular kind of organism. That will be called as existence value. That means आपने उसे काफी तरीके से यूज नहीं किया या प्रॉपरली यूज नहीं किया, rather what you have only heard about the product, on the basis of that product you are creating your own knowledge and you are driving the product. So you are exporting or you are giving more marketing to that product, and that will be called as an existence value. Now this can be a kind of organism which might have been existent. That means ये organism चला गया है या फिर extinct हो चुका है या फिर कम हो गया है. Organism में include plants and animals, but इसका benefit आपको पता है, इसलिए आप इसका utilization कर रहे हैं. Second one is called as the bequest value. So bequest value means it is a place of value of ability to understand the biodiversity for the future generation. That means what kind of resource will help the coming generation, maybe more generations, so that it can be passed easily. Okay, for example, you can go with the very example of white revolution. So white revolution means something about a revolution of milk products. This was something called as the bequest value. That means it was not directly related, but now it has become one of the important source of direct relation because it is being passed from generations to generations. So it is not limited to one area, one region or one generation. It is passing on from one generation to next generation, and this is called as descendants. So you have an opportunity. Species के पास opportunity होती है कि वो एक generation को help करे, then उसके बाद में coming next generation को help करेगा, then next generation को help करेगा, and this can go for hundreds and thousands of years, and this is called as bequest value. So let's make a quick revision of what we have seen today while understanding something about the values of biodiversity. And we have seen that it is basically of two types, that is use value and non-use value. And use value is again having three forms, that is direct, indirect and option. So when we talk something about the direct value, that means we are going and enjoying something directly from the ecosystem. For example, the firewood. So हम इसमें मार्केट में प्लेस नहीं करेंगे, रादर हम इसे डायरेक्टली फॉरेस्ट से ले सकते हैं और उसी तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं. रादर उसके ऑपोजिट होता है, that means direct value is again having a two form, that is consumative and productive. So if you are talking something about a consumative value, that means आप नेचर के प्रोडक्ट्स ले रहे हो एंड उसे यूटिलाइज कर रहे हो, बट उसका इनकम नेशन के डेवलपमेंट में नहीं जाता है. और प्रोडक्टिव वैल्यू में क्या होता है, इसका पूरा डेवलपमेंट, पूरा जो होगा मार्केटिंग, ये नेशन के डेवलपमेंट में जाएगा, नेशन की इकोनॉमी में जाएगा। The second part what we have seen is that is indirect value has two major forms, that is non-consumative and consumative, and non-consumative का मतलब होता है जो indirectly relate करे आपके क्लाइमेटिक चेंज से, फोटोसिंथेसिस से, प्रोटेक्शन से, वाटरशेड प्रोजेक्ट से, पॉलिनेशन से। दैट मीन्स आपका डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्वमेंट नेचर के साथ नहीं होता है, बट सिर्फ उसका यूज करते हो आप लोग, उसे हम कहेंगे नॉन कंज्यूमेटिव और इनडायरेक्ट वैल्यू। और इसे हमने 3 पार्ट्स में डिस्कस किया है, दैट इज सोशल, एथिकल एंड एस्थेटिक। सो सोशल का मतलब होता है हम काफी रिचुअल्स फॉलो करेंगे, उससे स्पिरिचुअल लेवल तक लेके जाएंगे। एथिकल का मतलब होता है हम उसे जस्टिफाई करेंगे और उस पर्टिकुलर एनवायरनमेंट को डेवलप करने का, प्रोटेक्ट करने का ट्राई करेंगे। एंड एस्थेटिक वैल्यू होता है कि हम उसे एंजॉय करके उसको कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, सो दैट future generations will get the effect or profit from it will be understood.